one of the things I want to do is put a gutter on all the way round from on the front and on the back and the side and collect into a water butt. Oh, God. That's a bit of a disaster. But to be honest, they've left very little distance between the edge of the roof end here and the top of the door, which makes it really difficult to get guttering in there, but also you need obviously a drop from one end to the other. So it's going to be tight. On top of that, when I put the brackets up here, the screw holes are up the top. I'm using a Flowplast system. I can't find anything else other than a Flowplast system for mini guttering. They do obviously larger guttering, but from a mini guttering, this is, I think it's 76mm. The gutter itself with 50mm diameter downpipes. I've only been able to find the Flowplast. Isn't the cheapest, but it's pretty neat, to be honest. And I want it black in keeping with the shed anyway. So I've got a bit of a challenge to try and get a fall on it, but also get it fixed. I don't really want to take these side panels off and start cutting. I'm just going to destroy the look of it. So that's the only drawback I've seen so far at the moment. Managed to get the guttering on. I have to say it was quite tight, as I mentioned before, at the front here, but it's on. I just hope that's okay. It's a bit easier around the back, to be honest. So around the back here, that was a bit easier because I didn't have all the doors to consider, so I managed to get the fall and drop off there. And then around this side, I put a stop piece on here and a turn. They do like a 120-degree turn, and I'll be down to, I've got a water butt that's got to go here, but I've got to finish the base first and get that level. So I've just temporarily put it on. I think my only concern is this is probably going to be lower than I need of where I tap into the water butt. I think that might come higher, which may cause me a problem with levels. Worst case, I'll have to tap off here, which means I'm only going to harvest from the back, but it's only a small water butt, so that's probably going to be good enough. I came round the end on this one, so I put a 90-degree bend and then a stop here. Various brackets just to hold the pipe on, so that's all fairly firm and tight. But I need to just do a water test now. Okay. That's a bit of a fail. There's quite a bit of water coming off there, I suppose. That's not hitting into the gutter. Oh, God. That gutter's not far enough this way. It's come out further this way. Problem is, it's set by the size of the bracket. I'm going to have to put some packers in, I think, to bring that gutter further out. Because it goes on the outside of that wooden fascia board and also in between the rubberized membrane. That's a bit of a disaster. Well, the back's like, let's do the back. Oh, that doesn't sound good, I can tell already. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh, that's missing the guttering. That's quite a bit of water coming off, so that's a torrential downpour, I suppose. In fact, I can see a problem here. You see how that guttering is further out, down, further there. It's only here where it's really close to the edge. I don't understand why. Because it's a set amount, other than if the roof is slightly skewed, I think. Well, I think I can deem that a partial success. I think I need to get some packers to... On the front here, it's probably just this right-hand side. For some reason, this is a lot closer than down the far end, so I think down the far end's fine. I think on the back there, the whole lot needs to be further that way away from the roof. So it's if there is a bit more of a deluge, it will catch it. Nearly there. Okay, regarding the packing out, I could use some wood, but it's just another area that's going to rot, a little piece of wood packing it out. So I managed to go online and get some thicker plastic slab, really. I think it's about 10 mil. So I think on the front here, I'll just put a 10 mil piece. On the back, I might put two back to back just to give it probably around about 20 mil movement away from the edge. That will probably help it quite a bit. So I'll do that first and then see how that goes from there. And that is it. I think I've got more of a even gap now on the front. I can only think the front panels are slightly twisted. Yeah, you can see now I've got a constant gap all the way down there, which I think that's going to be a lot better. So I'll just do a quick water test. Okay, so I've put the front and back gutter and I've pushed it out. We're using packers. On the back here, I used two packers in the middle and one on either end that seem to straighten it up a bit and push it out. Whether that's enough, I'll only know when it starts to rain. So it was a bit of me. We should have gone for the bigger guttering. It'd be okay on the back here, but on the front, I think that might have been too much because of the gap between the top of the doors and the roof line. I don't think I'd have got the bigger guttering in, so it was a bit of a catch-22 really. So I think that's about it. I need to just really keep an eye. It's quite a flow of water that is, so I need to just keep an eye in a heavy downpour and see how it holds up. I can always move it out a bit more if I have to. Anyway, so let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. If you've got any other suggestions that I should have done or doing things completely wrong, let me know. I'm all ears. Okay, so I've just put a raised base down there to make it level, just to put the water butt on. But the problem is that I'm going to have to cut into the water above this height, and I can't move this up because this is a set angle from there. They do like a 92.5 degree, which would come out this way basically, which is great, which is fine. But they don't do a reciprocal Y connector at this end with the same angle. So therefore, it's no use. I don't understand why they don't do that. So until I can fix and find a solution for that, it's going to have to just be fed off this back rainwater, which will be fine because it's only a slimline water butt. So that's the slimline water butt. We got this from B&Q, but you can get it elsewhere now. I think it's about 30 quid. It's 100 litre. I didn't want a great big one up there. Maybe I'll have a second one later on, I don't know. It depends on how much we use it. So that comes with attachments for the bottom extractor and also a connector at the top. The only problem is that connector's for a 76mm, the bigger guttering, so I've had to buy a 50mm adapter. So that's the kit that comes with it, which is the largest 76 diameter guttering, the standard larger diameter. So I have to buy this Flowplast rainwater diverter. I think I got it from Wix's in the end. I think, but that will just do it instead. And then obviously comes with a tap at the bottom that I've got to fit. That's already pre-drilled into the water butt. Okay, so a bit of good news. I've managed to get this in the right place, push this up, and put enough flex on this without it putting too much strain on it. So I've managed to get that above, which means I can get both gutters now feeding into the water butt, which is what I wanted to do. So I've just got to now connect this to this and obviously put the tap on down there. Okay, so I've got the diverter on now. Obviously the arrow needs to be pointing downwards to the flow because it fills up, overflows into here. When it pushes back with pressure, I think it then carries on down. I think that's the way it works. And then got the at the bottom there, I've put the tap. I can hear it. So I've just turned down the flow of the water. It's not coming out of there anymore, but it's filling that up. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. The bit I don't know is that when it gets to there, it should, because of the distance here, cause the backfill to overflow that way. I won't know till it's filled up. Okay, so that's another project from 23A now, the workshop. The guttering's now up. As ever with all my projects, it's always a bit of a challenge with the guttering having to be repositioned. I just hope in a torrential downpour it will do it. But it's obviously harvesting. I'm so glad that the water butt now is below the Y connector, which means it will harvest from the front and back guttering. That seems to be working well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.